Along with color, another important tool that you can use is shading. Shading adds depth to your drawings. It can create senses of proportions and distance and relationship from each other. And it also can just help you give more depth to the drawing in general. It makes it more rich and more vibrant. I'm going to give you an example from what I drew here. So each one of these planets obviously is circling the sun. And one of the hardest things to figure out in drawing is where the light source or sources usually is coming from. So shading in and of itself can be a very frustrating situation, but with this drawing, actually unintentionally, I made it very easy for myself because you have the light source right here. The light source is right here in the middle of the page, and all of these other spheres are very easy to shade. They're all sort of in relationship to the light source. So for each shape, I focused on creating a darker color version to shade the side that's facing away from the sun. So if the sun is here, obviously this portion of the earth will be lighter and then this portion here will be darker. The way that I would go about this is I just sample the color of the planet itself and then making sure that I'm on the planet layer. I would just go into the color palette and choose just a darker shade of the same color. And then I just go in and color it in that way. And this can help create a sense of dimensionality. It can create a sense of depth, and it looks like there actually is a light source in the sky. So shading can be done many different ways. You can do shading with lines, which is called cross-hatching, or stippling with dots. You can do color shading, which is just sort of like a darker version of the color that you're working with. There's many different ways that you can go about doing it. It can add to your drawing, but it's not necessary if you don't feel comfortable with it, but it can be something that you can explore to give your depth and dimension that you're looking for.